Yes. USAID has gotten a lot of attention the last couple of days with some of these bizarre things that we've been, taxpayers have been funding. Mm-hmm. Now it looks like there are a couple media outlets that have been dragged into this conversation as far as USAID funding as well. Does the President have any comment on that?
So upon coming out here to the briefing room, I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than $8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayer's dime will no longer be happening.
That's crazy. USAID, they were subsidizing other media outlets to spread propaganda about Republicans and Trump. Not only that, that's how they're being funded. They're using our tax dollars to make sure they turn a profit to run a state-run media. And that's who was fact-checking us. Yeah, on Facebook, on Instagram. That is not using our taxpayer dollars to fact-check us. But it wasn't really fact-checking. And to pay people to do it. It was opinionated, it was left-leaning.
The DOJ team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole-of-government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on, do these receipts serve the interests of the American people?
It served the Democrats. A bunch of their employees of Politico, they didn't get paid. They told the employees it was just a glitch. Right? Yeah, they scrambling for money. Hey, old glitch, you getting laid off. This is why people like to view the Democrats all up, losing their minds, because they're going to get exposed. That's why they're melting down. Yeah. Hell, I bet you the viewers getting some USAID. Man, that'd be so funny if the viewers getting paid some kind of subscription fee.
Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort. And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list that this administration is cutting federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala.
That is crazy. Sex changes in Guatemala. Well, it saves lives, Kevin. Okay. I mean, I'm just...
$6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million...
to fund tourism in Egypt.
To fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq.
Oh, Sesame Street. I bet that show woke. I bet you Big Bird walk around with a pegging stick. That is crazy.
$4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this.
It's in the Middle East. It's like by Afghanistan and stuff. Kazakhstan. It's got all them stands in there.
List to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything. And in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first. And I think.
Well, those are red states. Yeah, that's why they haven't been paid. Yeah, that's why they ain't helping.
The successes of this week so far speak to that, and it's only Wednesday.
The order set to be signed today. You said that this will be enforced. Can you spell out for schools and the public how exactly the administration plans to enforce this, even at the local level? And on top of that, there are human rights groups who say that this could expose kids to discrimination. What is your response to that?
I think kids have already been exposed to discrimination, especially young women and girls who have been forced to shower in locker rooms with biological men, who have been forced to compete on playing fields with biological men, which is incredibly unfair and unsafe, and again, an incredibly unpopular policy with the American people. As for the actions that this executive order takes, I already laid those out at the beginning of the briefing. I'm happy to give you a copy of this fact sheet so you can let your audiences across the country know.
What's your message to schools who don't comply with this?
They should, because it's going to be federal law in about an hour and a half.
Hey, watch this. And watch all these videos of this video of these politicians melting down.
We won't rest. We won't rest.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing.
I mean, look at all the stuff he's uncovered.
Yeah, just uncover the
Millions of
things that
dollars.
they want, not what the American people want.
Nobody elected Elon Musk. He uncovered all this diabolical stuff.
Right. Waste. That's why we $36 trillion in.
That's why they're melted down. Everything's been exposed.
Makes them look bad.
Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk.
What we not gonna do is stand around when they pull this bullshit. We are gonna be in your face. We are gonna be on your.
Hey, look here.
That's BS. That we pull funding from people getting sex changes in Guatemala. That's.
Well, y'all think this lady's dumb? Go check out the people that voted for her. I think she's Houston, Texas.
Yeah, it would explain it.
We will see you in the courts, in Congress, in the streets. Elon Musk is a Nazi nutball baby. Every movement needs a scrappy little and I am that person. I need each and every one of you to get in touch with your inner scrappy little.
Nobody elected your. This is not Elon Musk's country.
Take your foot off my neck. We are at war.
Toxic, toxic, toxic people. Just toxic. They thrive on chaos. Yeah. You know, it's funny. They uncovered all these wasteful spending. Mm-hmm. And Trump going to take all that money. He'll help Israel with it.
Yeah, it kind of keeps you grounded, don't it?
I think that what he's doing in Israel, I think that's
It was a pipe dream.
well, I think it's a negotiating tactic.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think
I'm hoping. I mean, but I understand.
Where they gonna send all the Palestinians though?
That's crazy. The
That's
Palestinians.
more wasteful spending. We got to clean up somebody else's mess. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say those people's names. It starts with a J, but we got to clean up that mess they created. Our tax dollars. That don't make any sense.
Well, that's crazy. When they took after World War II, the Jewish people, they were like refugees. They got sent to that area of the world.
Yeah, nobody wanted them, so they had to.
Yeah, so they named it Israel. It's their land. And then the people that was there, the Palestinians, they're the refugees, essentially their own country. That's what scares me the most. Like when you have all these people coming here illegally, like
Or immigration in general.
Yeah,
It displaces a lot of people.
yeah, like when you look at all these illegals, they're waving that country's flags.
Right.
Like Ilhan Omar up there, I think she's Michigan, somewhere up in there.
Right.
The reason why she got elected because in her area they took, I think it was 80,000 Somalis.
Yeah,
She's from Somalia. That's how she's in Congress.
Right.
So this is what happens. That's why as Republicans, we don't like to see all this illegal immigration. And these people are showing their allegiance to their countries they're fleeing from. Because when they get here, who are they going to stand up for?
Right.
They're going to stand up for their countries.
Right.
Ilhan, she's a perfect example. All these illegals waving their flag. And Israel now is a perfect example what will happen to America if you get overran by people that are not born in your country.
Yeah. Springfield, Ohio is a textbook example.
Springfield, Ohio, with all the Haitians.
Anything mass immigration to a certain area is going to benefit one particular party, and it's always been the Democrats.